What is going on, Flex Zone family? It's your boy, God's favorite host, the host of the Moist, back here on the Flex Zone podcast. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. And what you need right now are more Baltimore Ravens previews as we inch closer towards the regular season next month. I did the position previews, position breakdowns, profiles on each position group on offense and defense. Thank you guys for your support on that. Now I'm going to take a look at the head coach, offensive coordinator, and today the defensive coordinator, Mike Macdonald. Hit that like button, drop a like, hit that bell for all notifications. Stay tuned to know when all content drops. And of course, subscribe to the Flex Zone family, baby. We're welcoming you. We're growing and we appreciate the support. And we need you, and you. Caution nothing. Join the family. Now, here on the Flex Zone podcast, just definitely wanted to let you guys know I'll be talking about the coaches. I'm starting today with Mike Macdonald. And I'll go a little bit about Mike Macdonald's background. If in case you don't know who he is, he was hired this offseason, but he is not unfamiliar to the Baltimore Ravens. He coached in Georgia high school linebackers and running backs from 2008 to 2009, went to Georgia as a grad assistant in 2010, Georgia 2011 to 2013, defensive quality control assistant, 2014, the Ravens intern, defensive assistant in 2015 to 2016, defensive back coach in 2017, linebackers coach 2018 through 2020, then went to Michigan in 2021, and we know he's back here in 2022, only 35 years of age. So a young-minded coordinator, which I love to see, fresh young blood, just turned 35 in June, won't be 36 until next year. Mike McDonald, I think his experience as being working with linebackers, working with defensive backs, having familiarity with the Ravens system, John Harbaugh, Eric DeCosta, of course, Ozzie Newsome, who's still around, Steve Bisciotti. He knows how this organization works. Not only is there play like a Raven, but it's coached like a Raven. He has the ability to, I think, improve talent. If you look at what he did in Michigan, you look at Aiden Hutchinson. Nobody thought he was going to be possibly the number one or number two pick last year going into the season. He makes him jump from a good player to a great player, a Heisman Trophy finalist. Then you look at David Ajabo. This is the biggest one to keep an eye on. David Ajabo, not much experience, like another Raven, Adafe Owe, his former teammate. And Ajabo was on nobody's draft boards last year. This year, Ajabo gets over double-digit sacks. He's jumping off the screen. If he doesn't get hurt, he's a top 10 pick, no doubt. And he falls to the Ravens. And guess who his defensive coordinator is? Mike McDonald. So it's funny the way things come full circle and work out, and it's a good sign. You put Mike McDonald with a guy like David Ajabo, who we coach. You put Adafe Owe, who's similar to Ajabo in the sense of not much experience playing football, didn't have a lot of sack production in college, still learning the position, the fundamentals. You got to love what you're seeing potentially out of Adafe Owe and a David Ajabo for the future under Mike McDonald. Then I talked about the defensive back. Mike McDonald is still going to keep a 3-4 scheme. People thought they were going to switch to a 4-3, but when you think about it, having Kyle Hamilton, I know people are raving, oh, he's getting burned. He looks lost out there. Don't worry, Kyle Hamilton will be okay. We'll talk about it more. I think that having Marlon Humphrey, having Marcus Peters, having Jalen Amore Davis, having Demarion Williams, having Kyle Fuller, having Chuck Clark, having Marcus Williams at your disposal. Of course, Kyle Hamilton, as I mentioned, Tyus Bowser, Patrick Queen is a key to watch. Having a lot of guys who are versatile, can play inside, can play outside, defensive backs that can line up in the slot, can play corner, can play safety, guys who can move around, guys who in the defensive backfield can come up and play linebacker like Kyle Hamilton, like Chuck Clark. I think that position versatility is great for Mike McDonald because I think he will do a lot of moving guys around, as we've seen him do in Michigan, especially this past year, and use guys' strengths to utilize and create matchup nightmares for defense. Use guys at corner, put them at safety. Use guys at DB, put them in the slot. Use them to blitz, use linebackers to drop in coverage, use linebackers to flip them around, stunts, different things with linebackers, create mismatches on either side of the offense. And I think that Mike McDonald is going to be very, very appreciated here in Ravens Nation with the Ravens slot because of his ability to not do the same thing over and over. I think Wink, while he was a good defensive coordinator, while Dean Pease did have his moments, I think we saw a lot of basic defenses where, oh, they're going to blitz. Oh, they're sending eight. Oh, they're sending the house. Oh, they're sending pressure. They have to blitz to create pressure. They can't get pressure without blitzing. I think Mike McDonald has the opportunity. No, we don't have an all-world great pass rusher, but I think he has the opportunity to create mismatches on his defense that blitzing percentage may be down as the Ravens are usually at the top of the league towards the top of the league in blitzing percentage, but I think that will drop a little bit because if you blitz too much in the NFL today, you're going to get burned. These all world, all elite quarterbacks are too too smart to try to blitz each and every play, or I'm going to rush 6, 7 guys. I'm going to rush 8 guys and leave 3 or 4 guys in coverage. All that quarterback needs is 2 to 3 seconds, and that ball is out of their hand, and you're burnt for 60, 80 yards, a bomb, a home run touchdown, a big play, a trunk play, which we saw a lot of with the Ravens. I think he will come this year, help fix the communication issues, some of the fundamental issues that the Ravens had, which was a big problem on their defense, tackling, wrapping guys up. I think swarming to the football, gang tackling, preaching, going for takeaways, punching the ball out, making plays. Obviously, he has guys like Marcus Peters, Marcus Williams, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton, guys who can create opportunities. Chuck Clark, we saw last year, who can get takeaways, and I think help his defense out because while they don't have great pass rush, I think he will create mismatches and use his creativity and young blood of doing things that we see more in the NFL today, maybe rushing 4, dropping 7 more, doing different things with stunts, mismatches, flipping guys to other sides, having 2 guys on one side. As I mentioned, maybe bringing Kyle Hamilton, Chuck Clark into the box to play linebacker. Patrick Queen, moving him around to play where he's comfortable. And we saw him move from strong side to weak side, put him in weak side, having him in opportunities where he's not left on an island in coverage where he struggles, where he can just see ball, get balls. I mentioned as the position previews for the inside linebacker. Josh Bryan using his veteran leadership to make sure that guys are in the right place at the right time. Communication is going to be key in fundamental tackling, wrapping guys up and swarming to the football, gang tackle. If you go high, I go low. You grab him, I'm going to hold on to him until I hear the whistle, play through the whistle. And I think, yes, Kyle Hamilton has done some struggles, but I think that's just part of the rookie process. I think Mike Macdonald and Kyle Hamilton will find that rapport. Mike Macdonald will put Kyle Hamilton in positions to be successful. And I expect Kyle Hamilton to show why he was our first round pick. And also, don't look for these corners to be one on one on the island like a Kavon Seymour, like Jalen Moore Davis and Marion Williams, even Marcus Peters sometimes. Expect safety help. Marcus Williams will be their center fielder. He will make sure they don't get beat. He will make sure he has his eyes on the quarterback, taking away those deep chunk plays that we gave up a lot of last year. The Miami game sticks out to me, as well as the Chicago game, in which they just gave up big chunk plays, which cost them the football game. Communication, fundamental tackling, and of course, swarming to the football, going for takeaways, not being unwise with it, but going for wise takeaways, going for some strip sacks, some fumbles, and playing through the whistle is going to be very, very important for this defense. I'm looking forward to seeing what Mike McDonald does. I think he will be one of the best offseason signings for this defense. Do I think this defense is going to be a top 5 defense? No. Do I think they're going to be even a top 10 defense? No. But I think a top 15 defense is realistic. And I think if they're a top 15 defense and the offense is doing what I think they will do, we'll talk about Greg Roman. I think this team will be very, very competitive. And I think if they can just limit teams to around 20 to 24 points a game in that range, and get some takeaways, not commit stupid penalties, communicate, tackle, and get off the field on third down. Please, Mike McDonald. If your third down defense is probably top 10, top 12 in the league, they're a top 10, 15 defense overall. They're able to get in top 10, possibly top 5 in takeaways. I think this defense could be a lot better than people will think it will be. Yes, they are loaded back to front, but I do think having guys up front like Calais Campbell, Michael Pierce, having Travis Jones, having some of those guys, I think you will see them play well under his 3-4 scheme. But I think, yes, there's a 3-4, but you may see some other looks, some 3-4, some 4-3, possibly some 3-3-5 nickel. You could see 6 DBs at one time. Who knows? 7 even with one at linebacker. So I'm excited to see the different formations and different play calls he uses. Some creative ways to get pressure, not just blitzing traditionally and being predictable. Let me know what you think about Mac McDonald. Do you like the hire? What do you expect for this defense? I think if they're a top 15 defense, top 10 in takeaways, not committing stupid penalties, and top 10 in third down defensive percentage, and probably top 10 in the red zone. I know I'm asking a lot, but if you can check those boxes, the red zone, third down, being the top 10 in takeaways, and not committing stupid penalties, I think there's a chance for this team to have a top 15 defense, which in today's NFL, you got a top 15, top 20 defense, you can win a Super Bowl. You don't have to have a 2000 Ravens. You don't have to have an 85 Bears. You don't have to have a steel curtain defense to win a Super Bowl anymore in the NFL. Let your defense bend but don't break. Be good on third down and in the red zone. Get takeaways when needed. Don't commit stupid penalties, and you give your team a chance. Create short fields for your offense, and you get easy points. As I mentioned, try not to give up more than 20 to 24 points a game, and I think this team will be all right. I'm trusting in Mike McDonald. He has familiarity. Yes, this is his first defensive coordinator position, but I think he has the background with being in Georgia, being in Michigan, being with the Ravens previously, that he will come in and have a seamless transition. And I think he will be a player's coach that guys love to play for, young and veteran leaders on this team. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Mike Macdonald's hire. He's 35. He's going to bring some fresh young blood to the Baltimore Ravens, just like we're doing to the YouTube community. Hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Hit that bell for all notifications to know when we're live. And, of course, hit that subscribe button. Join the Flex Zone family, baby. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Hey, it costs you nothing. More Ravens videos coming to you. More coaches' profiles. Let me know what you want to talk about. And, of course, comment down below. And I'm gone, y'all. Peace.